Yo! What it do, everybody? It's your boy, Killer Kill TV, aka the Do-Rag King. Back with some more motherfucking movie reviews, some motherfucking reactions, some motherfucking of everything, boy. Yeah, I'm about to start spamming these movie reactions because I done watched so many movies while I was away on YouTube, man. Yes, I know I've been away on the YouTube grind, bro. I've been away, but we are back, bro. I'm talking about we is back and we better. All right. I did a lot of test runs off stream, or that's off stream, off camera and shit. I mean, the camera was on, but I did a lot of the test runs and shit, just trying to fill myself out for the reactions and shit, man. I'm loving it, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, man. I am having a blast, man. We're gonna start dropping these reactions a lot more frequently, a lot more strategically. Well, not strategically, but a lot more what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, start with a C. Consistently. You get what I'm saying? But man, anyways, we back at it with Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings review. Man, I watched this movie with my wife when it came out, and I would tell you what, one of the better Marvel movies that came out this year, if not the best Marvel that came out this year. But I could say that until the other two or the other three drop, until Hawkeye drop, until Spider-Man drop, and until Eternals drop. But until those drop, this is the best Marvel movie that came out between this year and last year, okay? Better than Black Widow, I ain't gonna lie, this movie is better than hmm. It's hard because there's a lot of good Marvel movies, man. I, mm, what Marvel movie we didn't like, man? I don't know, man. I ain't gonna say it's better than anything. I'm gonna just say it's good movie. Okay, I enjoyed the movie, bro. The music in this movie was on point, bro. The music on here was dope. Um, I like the action. I like the story, man. I like everything that was behind this movie. Like there was a villain, but then there wasn't a villain. Like it was just all around dope. It was just showing the like what's the word I'm looking for, man? Like, damn, I'm having a fucking brain fart right now, man. The origin, man. It's like showing the origin of the Ten Rings and how it started and how it got here and shit like that, bro. Like, that's what I like, bro. I like seeing the origin stories of certain Marvel shit because I don't read comics and shit. I don't read, bro. I dropped out the third grade, dog. What you mean, dog? I'm dead as hell out here, bro. I'm broke, uh, brain dead, stupid, whatever you can call me. Dog, dropped out third grade, bro. But yeah, man, I like when they do the origin stories and shit on Marvel, man. It really gets me in tune. And this was a pretty dang on good origin story. I'm glad. Chinese. I'm gonna say Chinese, but martial art movies is kind of iffy on me sometimes because of the story and whatnot. But they did a really good job with this one, though, man, incorporating that in the story and all the other types of things. I do think it was a little bit corny between him and the female. I thought that was still a little corny. I still don't know if they like each other or not. A little corny. She gives me that 2K vibe. Remember that one female in 2K? I think it was 2K15 or whatever one they had old girl in there. I think it was with orange juice or some shit like that. That shit was corny as shit. She was corny. You know what I mean? And that's what she gave me them vibes kind of off of. She wasn't corny. That she was, you know what I mean? But Shang-Chi was a pretty good movie, man. Man, was it long? I don't think this movie was that long. I know I went to Studio Movie and Grill. I'm trying to think, man. I'm trying to replay the movie because it's been a while. Not been a while, but I seen it when it came out. But I'm doing a reaction a long time after it. I should do my reactions after I watch the movie so I'll know exactly what the fuck I seen. Um, yeah, it wasn't that long, man. It wasn't that bad. IGN's probably gonna rate this movie about an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna try to not change my reaction. I'm gonna give this movie a solid 7.5 out of 10. I'm gonna give this movie 7.5 out of 10 only because it's an origin movie. Number one. Number two, it's a corny martial arts movie. Number three, the plot on it was kind of predictable. Actually, it was hella predictable on the plot. I mean, it was so predictable you could predict the plot in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Um, there was a lot of dry spots in this movie. A lot of dull moments and shit like that. I don't think there was enough fighting scenes in this movie at all, especially with the 10 rings and shit. There wasn't enough fighting scenes with the 10 rings in this movie at all. Yeah, man, that's all my dislikes. I mean, I already told y'all what my likes about this shit was. I mean, Okay, let's get right into it.
I told my men they wouldn't be able to kill you if they tried.
Yeah, he said that, but I mean that's his son type of shit. Like, man, I know they're not gonna kill him. That's your son. You don't even want to kill your own son type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you see when you watch the movie. Like, if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about, bro.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten
Shang-Chi.
Rings
Oh, it's
strikes a
Shang-Chi.
tricky
My bad. I said
balance.
Shang-Chi.
It reflects the real-life complicated conflict between first-gen Asian American children and the wishes of their immigrant parents, while also serving up the dynamic action scenes that the MC.
Oh, it's a new announcer. Huh. Where old buddy at? Old buddy get fired for that whack ass Candyman review that he gave out. That shit wasn't authentic at all. he gave out a fake ass review. He must have fired his ass. Y'all must have fired his. Yo, I gotta stop, bro. Hey, I'm having too much fun doing these shits. They must have fired his ass, giving that fake ass review. I'm on Candyman ads until I forget about this shit, honestly.
MCU is known for. Director Destin Daniel Cretton skillfully juggles both of these lofty goals, logging an entry in the Marvel universe
I
that's
could do
both
that shit.
emotionally resonant and delightfully exciting enough to outweigh its occasionally uneven visuals and unfulfilled lore.
I can't really take her seriously, no cap, but I'm gonna try to.
Simu Liu makes his mark on the MCU as its latest superhero, Shang-Chi, who must face his past, finally take responsibility, and stand up to his father while also attempting to forgive himself for his participation in the sins that first tore their family apart. In this, the movie tries to balance a handful of big ideas, some of which deal with issues squarely attuned to the children of immigrants.
Yeah.
Whose path do you follow? The one designed for you or the one you make for yourself? How do you...
Yeah, but I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I really can't take her too much seriously. But like, I just don't understand why they took that route for the 10. Like, they could have, I don't know, man. Like I said, they didn't really give too much origin on the 10 rings. It is an origin movie of the 10 rings, but they didn't give too much. It was fast as hell in the beginning. Like, I didn't know Buddy was alive for millions of years. You know what I mean? Like, how was he alive, man? Like, there's a lot of shit. Like, how? Like, can like, just one how. How did he? I know they say he stole the rings or what shit, but like, I don't know, man. I'm getting confused with my motherfucking self right now, and it's starting to make me not like the movie. And I like the movie.
Leave unmet expectations in any aspect of your life.
7.5.
It's an interesting, if not obvious, way to frame the hero's journey for a major superhero film starring actors of Asian descent. Speaking of our leads, Liu and Awkwafina have an easy and genuine chemistry that sells the idea of Shang-Chi and Katie as a capable duo for many adventures to come. Their friendship anchors the film, and it's refreshing.
I like
to
that
have
though.
a
That
duo
shit was
with an
funny though.
already
Like them getting drunk at the karaoke and shit, man. I remember we did our meetup. We went to the karaoke shit. I was drunk as shit that night too. I ain't gonna cap too, bro. They kept with the bottles, dog. I ain't gonna flex. That shit was funny though. Like that, like I said, that chemistry was pretty cool. I just thought they had a little bit of corny moments, especially her. But I mean, it was cool though. Like, I get it. I get what they were doing. Like she just said, they gearing them up for the duo in the Marvel universe. I get it. This is gonna be fire.
built up trust, making it easier to believe that she'd still stay by his side after learning about his secret life.
You are your mother, and whether you like it or not, you are also your father.
Crouch the Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Simply put, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings has the best action
little
scenes
thick,
of
though.
any MCU movie to date.
So,
Fights are
little
filmed
bit.
with a kinetic energy that moves fluidly with the action and keeps us right in the middle of it all. Shang-Chi's own natural instincts and training are showcased in big action scenes.
you know what's funny too? Well, my bad. Pause it on her. Let me show y'all a picture of him real quick. You know he was in Deadpool 2. He played I forgot who he played in Deadpool 2, but he died obviously. We remember that part of the scene where there was in the parachute and shit, and then everybody died besides Deadpool and the girl with the luck shit, the lucky girl. He was part of that movie. Wait, was he? Yeah, I think he was. Hold up. Ah, he was. I'm tripping. It was him. Now I see him racist and shit. My bad. It was him. Wait, was it him? Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, was it him? I think it was him. No, it had to be him. I was wrong.
Instincts and training are showcased in big action scenes where he and Katie basically
I was wrong.
reenact classic moments from Speed and Rush Hour 2. The wuxia fight scenes in the mystical land of Ta Lo
I ain't gonna lie,
lean
she
into
killed
the
that
realm's
shit.
magical realism.
No
And as
cap.
a means of characterization, it's nice to finally see an emphasis on different martial arts styles as a physical and mental practice in the MCU. Learning his mother's fighting style not only helps Shang-Chi face off against his father, but allows him to access the heart of the dragon within himself. It's unfortunate that while the fights are well shot, some of the other visual effects are uneven. Ta Lo's scenery looks flat and cartoonish with
Yeah.
harsh lighting that breaks any sort of illusion that filming took place.
Yeah, the little Marvel effect in the movie did seem a little fakish. Like it didn't seem real at all. Like that shit seemed like it was green screened in. Like this green screen behind me just seemed like they were like that shit didn't seem real at all.
Anywhere
I
other
get you
than
on
a
that.
green screen stage.
Yeah,
It's a small thing, but when
I
the
get
third
it
act
on
is
that
set
one, yeah.
entirely in this pocket dimension, it becomes distractingly bad.
If you want them
Yeah,
to be yours
I get
one
it.
day,
I get it on that. Like the fight,
have to show
the
me
fight in
you
the
are
movie was
strong
cool
enough to
though.
carry them.
The fight
Tony
scene. I
Leung's
like martial
Wenwu
arts
is one of
fighting.
Marvel's most sympathetic and complex antagonists, thanks in part to the way in which his misguided actions pit him against his children. When Wenwu first meets and fights Jiangli, who becomes his wife and mother to his children, it's literally life-changing, electrifying, straight up just hot, and it's just so deeply romantic. The cinematography of their fight slows down to highlight their longing glances, and we're reminded of how well Leung plays a tragic romantic hero when he loses her. It's this unresolved grief, which
Shit.
is love persevering after all, that drives Wenwu into desperate action, and the focus on his emotional arc ends up sidelining our main character for longer than would be ideal. But it also allows Shang-Chi to become the hero we come to know him to be. Interestingly enough, for all its cameos and references to the larger MCU, Shang-Chi and the
There was a
Legend
lot
of
of
the Ten
references in
Rings
this
isn't
shit.
looking for any external validation for its existence. The story stands completely on its own, and you almost forget that he and Katie are set to become important players in the MCU.
And I like that about what they did in it. They made a Marvel movie that we can love that we don't know was Marvel and shit. Like, of course, they do the cameo and shit with old buddy from Doctor Strange into this shit. Of course, the end, blah, 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 blah. But I like that they didn't really show anybody besides a couple people or one person inside the MCU universe. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, from other movies and shit. That was pretty dope, man. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I thought it was pretty dope.
What does remind us that this is a Marvel movie is the withheld lore about the rings and Ta Lo's magic that are clearly being saved for a later reveal. An otherwise strong film is weakened by the
okay, that
MCU's
makes sense.
insistence on taking advantage of our trust in that these
That's
things
another
will
thing
be
too. Like we
explained
never
in
really
later
got an understanding of who that person was. Like right there, like who is that guy? Like they kept showing them and shit. Like we never really like I thought it was gonna be like their brother or some shit like that or some other guy. Like we never can. He was just a random fire ass soldier or some shit like that. Like I don't know. I be wanting to go in depth with some of this shit. Like sometimes I be wanting to go in depth. Sometimes I won't be caring. But like shit like that. Like who is that guy?
of our trust in that these things will be explained
Whooping
in
his
later
ass.
projects.
You got this.
I said 7.5 by the way.
Director Destin Daniel Cretton skillfully connects Shang-Chi's personal stakes with the larger MCU by way of an emotionally complex villain, a stellar cast with fantastic chemistry, and incredible action sequences. The visuals of a magical world like Ta Lo could look more uniform, and the lack of lore, seemingly withheld for future MCU reveals, is frustrating. But these shortcomings aren't glaring, as the rest of the movie has so much to offer. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings carefully avoids the usual Asian versus Asian American cultural
I
expectations.
fuck with
of
it. I mean, 8 ain't bad. I said 7.5. I'll change my shit to an 8 then. Y'all give it an 8. I'll give my shit an 8 too. I like what they said though. They said, you know, they're gonna go back into more of the origin of the Ten Rings in later movies, which makes sense because like I said, I don't know shit about the Ten Rings. Like they said a little couple of shit in the beginning of the movie. That shit was like sped up. That shit was, you know what I mean? That shit wasn't slowed down at all. So I'm glad she mentioned that because I totally forgot. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've seen this shit. Only seen it one time, by the way. But it was a good movie though. Like I said, 8, not bad, especially for this movie. A Marvel movie, they didn't drop. Now think about this, guy. They dropped Black Widow. They didn't drop Mad. They didn't drop like 2. I mean, I know the pandemic happened, so they already had these shits in the tuck. But think about it, man. They didn't drop Black Widow, Shang-Chi. They're dropping Eternals, Spider-Man, and mother freaking Hawkeye. Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man, and Hawkeye. That's 5 Marvel movies dropping this year. We already had 3 of them, or 2 of them. 3 of them is back to back. Eternals, Eternals, Spider-Man, and Hawkeye. I keep saying Black Widow, and Hawkeye is all back to back. Bro, then we had WandaVision. What else do we have? What else? What do we have? I know we had WandaVision and Loki. We have one more? WandaVision, Loki. Oh, and Captain America shit. So we had 3 TV shows. We can count the What If. We had 4 TV shows and 5 Marvel movies dropped all in 2021. Now, this is just put in perspective that Marvel was trying to get back on track because Black Widow was supposed to be dropping last year. Shang-Chi was supposed to be dropping earlier this year. Eternals was supposed to be dropping around September-ish. You know what I mean? Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man is supposed to be dropping on the day it's dropping, if not a little bit sooner. Definitely in the holidays. And then, of course, what's it called? Hawkeye was supposed to be dropping around Christmas, as it is. You know what I mean? So, bro, we getting some bangers by my Marvel. They getting they bag. They trying to get back on schedule, man. That pandemic said, wait a minute, they getting back though. They came.
And assuming responsibility by forgiving generational sins and claiming a future where destiny and choice can coexist. For more movie reviews and everything superhero,
like I said, man, it was a pretty good movie, man. Definitely a movie to go see in the theaters, bro. Get that theatrical effect, man. Using big words, big words, Kelly. As always though, man, that's it for right now, man. I said AK. God damn, Kelly, you know what I mean? You forgot the outro, my guy. Kelly Kill TV, aka the Do Rag King. The 10 do rag holder, you know what I mean?